Another thing just came to mind in that same vein. I'm just gonna slap two videos together back to back because I feel like this is necessary to say, um, and I think most people who followed me, at least over the last couple of weeks, understand that I feel this way. I feel very passionately about issues that pertain to the brown people, Hispanic people, Mexican people, and South American people and things of that nature. Even though I'm not up on everything, when something's brought to my attention, I try to make it my business to reach out or to post more so than reach out. But to let people know that I don't care about color as much as I care about justice, that I don't care about um, what type of human being you are, as opposed to making sure that our common enemy isn't continuing to keep the game rigged for himself to win and for us to lose. Okay, that's how I roll as it pertains to issues that don't pertain to myself in this particular circumstance. So when someone comes to me, someone that I've been watching online posting little memes, which kind of brings me to what my topic is actually about, little memes that point out black males who've done horrible things to Mexican people as a means of trying to silence and belittle the Black Lives Matter movement and try to take the luster and the respect away from the movement and continue to feed the narrative that we are um, incapable of being decent or what have you, or not worth the trouble, so to speak. I take great offense to that. I take great offense to that personally because I know I don't represent a lot of the things that they claim we are, and yet here I am, a black man. And I know that there's millions and millions of people just like me who are nothing like me, but nothing like those images as well. Um, and I see that, and it's not obviously just Mexican people doing that. White people are doing that, and I've seen others do it as well, because they want to take, it's not that they want to bring light to their own people in some cases. It's that they just don't want to see that light shined on you. And I see that in his post, the guy that I was talking about in my last video, the one that I knew when I was a child. He's one of those anti-black Mexican people, and I don't know that he realizes that I know it, but I follow his posts. I watch everything he posts. He's one of those guys that will point out everything a black man has ever done to anyone Hispanic as a means of trying to say, see, they don't deserve it. Me and him ain't the same. I will never do that. I don't need to do that. That's hatred. I don't roll like that. If the Mexican person is in some trouble, that's who we're talking about. If a black person's in some trouble, that's who we're talking about. If a white person's in some trouble, that's who we're talking about, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I don't need to say, okay, they got some bad over there, so let's not roll with them. Or see how they act, that's why we don't need to be screaming Black Lives Matter and screaming for their lives. That's evil, man. That's evil. That's evil in a very, very, very snotty, pissy, kind of petty kind of form that it's really hard to respect coming from a man. It's hard to respect coming from anybody, but it's especially hard to respect coming from a grown man. And I don't like it. I don't like it coming from anybody. I don't like when we do it. I don't like when black people do it, to be honest. When we put up something, say, see, these are the situations. This is why all white people are such and such, because you see these racists over here. Look what they did to that black man. See, we need to do all this and that. I don't appreciate that. I don't like that on any level, because I know there are white people out there who are fighting alongside us, who have died to see that we have justice, just like there have been people who fought and suffered, who also were fighting for our justice. So it's like, what about those people? Do we just forget that they exist and just continue on this mission of trying to demonize people for skin color, or try to snatch the strength away from a movement, or the strength away from a cry for help, because it doesn't fit my criteria for who I am? Nah, that's what the enemy's doing. That's all lives matter energy. That's not how we roll. That's not how people who want to see others succeed roll. If you want to see me succeed, stop giving other people who are watching all of us examples of why I shouldn't be able to, or why people shouldn't give a fuck about me. Don't hop on my page and tell me, some goddamn snitch, And me not supporting this damn snitch is me not supporting your people. You obviously haven't been paying attention to my page. Because I posted some things just today about some issues. I didn't see you post on them damn issues. All I see you doing is come and attack me for not supporting some snitch that you decided you want to claim because he happens to have your racial background. That's like me claiming somebody I don't respect just because they're racially aligned with me. What kind of shit is that? Like that's, and it's the misconception of that a lot of people run with, which is so ironic because it's offensive to me. And they think that I represent that. It's offensive. Like, I hate that energy. It's ironic how that works. You know what I mean? It's a billion people running around saying all lives matter because they believe that very thing about people like myself. When that very thing literally curls my stomach. I just loathe it. And I think a lot of us do. A lot of us do. I don't find myself being the person that says black only. I have a close friend that is on some black only shit, and I don't talk to her about these issues because we're not on the same page. And I've told her, I'm like, I see you as a inverted version of the oppressor. You have the same ideals, just pointed in the direction that you support as opposed to them. I can't roll with that. You want black supremacy. I don't roll with that shit. That's awful. That's awful. All we're gonna do is switch the power from one horrible entity and give it to another. That's no one wants that. No one wants that. Because that means there's still gonna be a bunch of people left on dry, high and dry. Who wants that? We've been dealing with that for 400 years, man. We don't want that to continue on any level, whether it's pointed at us or anybody else. And that's what it really comes down to. And if more people understood that about what we are about, the real people who actually support Black Lives Matter, not these opportunists and people who are trying to pervert the message and all this other stuff, but people who are really, really, really putting their lives on the line, if they truly understand what they're fighting for, this is exactly what they're fighting for. They're fighting for what all lives matter should mean when it's said. Everybody, not just us. And that's something that I stand on strongly. So yeah, that's what I want to say, man. People will do that, try to pervert your message, try to keep you away from justice, try to keep you from having supporters. That's another thing. Trying to turn their people against you. People who are on the fence, wondering if they should be supportive of your mission, wondering if they should be open-minded about you. They'll see somebody post like him and say, damn it, yeah, them 3 black dudes in random somewhere did beat the hell out of that Mexican dude, left him in the hospital, maybe killed him off. So fuck all them black people. Like, that type of ignorance is who's attracted to that type of post. And it's like, that's counterproductive. So I think for myself, I'm probably going to have to unfollow homeboy, because I just don't like the spirit in which he posts. I don't like his position. I understand that he loves his people, but his form of loving his people is showing me he doesn't give a shit about mine. And that, well, you know, that's what we're fighting against, is it not? So anyway, my name is BDF44. Thank you for allowing me to vent all of that. I do support everybody in my own way, or at least everybody I can. Not everybody will allow you to support them, you know what I mean? But I want to see people succeed, especially if they want to see me succeed. That helps. So, you know what I mean? Don't look at me as somebody who would dare harm one of your elders or would dare put myself in a position to support somebody who harmed one of your elders. I would stop that from happening. And that's what I want to tell each and every person. When you see someone of a certain race beating up somebody else of another race, you just remember that there's someone out there that you can't say who would jump in front of that situation to stop it from happening, of that very same race, who's attacking that person. Know it like you know your name, because there's somebody out there for everything, both good and bad. And all you have to do is search hard enough and you're going to find both. That's the secret about this racism shit. There's good and bad everywhere. It's history and conflict, circumstances and environment, systems that keep people separated. Human beings aren't really separated by much but those things. You remove all of that shit and you just leave us with our survival, people will pack up however way they want to, whether it be through color, through creed, through region, or what have you. People will pack up. It's just what they do. And you know, this whole let's separate each other because of our race norm that we've been adapting to for so long. It's a perversion of our natural way. It really is. It's not how human beings are supposed to be. It never was. Um, anyway, that's all I got to say, man. Thank you guys for watching. My name is BDF, and I'm out.